Well, there I go, right. Thank you for coming. It's not going to be our usual show tonight because, and I'm going to tell you right in front, I'm going to cry. I'm already crying, which is embarrassing, but, well, I'm not good with this sort of thing, and I'm sorry, especially to those of you who came to see the show in person, but, because this is probably not what you came for, but we lost someone that we and I love very much today. And again, I'm sorry for hearing this just now for the first time, but Don Rickles passed away this morning, and he was 90 years old. And I know it sounds crazy to say he was too young, but he was, because he was youthful and funny and sharp and generous. And I was fortunate enough to not only have Don on this show as my guest, but also to become close to him and his wife, Barbara, which was a lot of fun for me. I grew up in Las Vegas, so Don Rickles, even when I was a kid, was a very big deal. His name was on the marquee at the Sahara Hotel. You see him with Johnny Carson, making fun of Johnny, making fun of Frank Sinatra. And people always wanted to hear Don tell Sinatra stories, and he had great stories. But, and I think this might be what brought us together, because I told Don, and this is honestly how I felt, like the Sinatra stories are great, but if Sinatra was here, I'd be asking him for stories about you. And well, Bob Newhart, Don's good friend, Bob Newhart, another national treasure, told me a great story about having dinner with Don and Sinatra that sums Don up pretty well, I think. Sinatra would sometimes get angry for whatever reason and flip out. So one night, they were all at a big table at a very fancy restaurant, and the restaurant was all white. Everything was white, the walls of the tablecloths, everything. And Don and Barbara, his wife, and Bob and his wife, Ginny, were at the table, and Frank was drinking, and he was not in a good mood. He was getting surly, which put everyone on edge. When Frank wasn't happy, you had to watch it. So they're drinking, and the food comes, and the waiter brings a bottle of ketchup and puts it on the table in front of Frank. And for whatever reason, this sends Frank into a rage. He doesn't want ketchup on the table, so he takes the bottle, and in a very crowded, elegant restaurant, he throws it at the wall, and the bottle smashes, and there's ketchup everywhere, and everyone in the restaurant stops. There's like a gasp. And Don, without missing a beat, turns and says, "Frank, will you pass the ketchup?" And Sinatra laughs, and everyone laughs, and nobody dies that night, thanks to Don. The first time Don was on our show was almost 4 years after we started. We'd been trying to book him since the beginning. We asked him to do the show over and over again, and he didn't know what this was. He knew The Tonight Show and Letterman, and that's it. But finally, after we bothered him like 20 times, he gave up, and he did the show for my birthday in 2006, and it was exciting. It was like I was in some kind of talk show host fantasy camp, sitting behind a desk while Don Rickles made fun of me. It was like, you know, being a real talk show host for a minute. So. And then Don came to visit 17 more times after that, and whenever he was on, we would go out to dinner. We would always go out to dinner after the show, except for one night. I couldn't go because I was already going to dinner. It was like a late booking. I was going to dinner with my friend Jeff Ross, the comedian. It was his 50th birthday, and he's only in town for like the night. So a few days beforehand, I told Don, I can't go to dinner after the show because I already have plans. We'll go another night. I couldn't tell him I was going to another dinner with someone else, or he would bust my balls till I had none left. So I was non-specific. I just said I can't make it. So we made plans for another night. And after the show, I said goodbye to Don, and I went to dinner with Jeff. And Jeff and I and my cousin Sal are sitting at the table, and who walks in? And not only walks in, is seated at the table right next to us. Is Don. He looks at me, he's like, "I thought you couldn't go to dinner." And I'm like, "It's his birthday, I didn't know." And he hammered me and heckled me through the whole meal. Until finally I just got up and moved over to his table. Those dinners where Don would drink vodka and tell stories. Bob Saget and John Stamos were like Don's. I don't want to say sons, because most sons, once they pass the age of 10, don't want to hear anything their father says. Bob and John loved it. They were more like his stepdaughters, I would say. And Don would make fun of John Stamos for 3 hours straight without a breath. And John loved it. He made fun of everybody. He would come here, he'd make fun of me, Guillermo, the band, the audience, the guy who put the microphone on his lapel, the He'd make fun of the vegetable platter in his dressing room. When he'd come to my house, he'd yell about the stairs as if I put them there specifically to inconvenience him. Every time I'd see him, he'd go, "You still have those stairs?" No, we're pole vaulting into the house now, Don. I once took him to Mozza, which is Mario Batali's restaurant here. It's a very nice restaurant. We rented the private room in the back. We had food. I invited his friends. It was beautiful. It was very expensive, okay? And I paid for it. At the end of the meal, at the end of this beautiful meal, he says to me, I'll never forget, he goes, "I can't believe you took me to a pizza place." But he was very sweet. They called him Mr. Warmth as a joke, but that was what he was. He would always ask about my parents, my kids. When my Uncle Frank passed away, I called him and asked him to be the guest on that show, and which was a tough show, and he helped all of us through it. He gave me advice, and good advice, not the advice people give you just to hear themselves giving you advice. He would always say, "Keep my name alive," which he'd tell me to keep his name alive, which I thought was funny because, you know, I was like, "You're Don Rickles. You keep my name alive." He was humble. He was thoughtful. I went through my hope chest today. I don't really have a hope chest, but I have a box. And I saved every note he ever sent me. There were like 27 notes and letters from Don, and I want to read a couple of them. By the way, every time he sent me a card, he'd send it in an overnight mail package, and there'd be a label on it. It cost $20 every time. He didn't just put... He spent more than $500 on postage alone for me, so... Here are a few of these very expensive notes. Dear Jimmy, thanks so much for inviting me to your home for dinner, but to be honest, we would have preferred a 3-month trip to Venice, Italy. Dear Jimmy, thanks so much for the beautiful frame of you and I. Who needs Sinatra? Your picture of us together is much more important. Please don't show this note to anyone because it could cause harm to me and my family. Love, Don. Jimmy, thank you so much for the bottles of wine. We've been so busy crushing grapes with our bare feet, hoping to have wine for the holidays. And you came to the rescue just in time. Dear Jimmy, what a great, thoughtful gift for Christmas. Such a good Italian. Maybe you should open a deli and start selling salami. Maybe I should. Dear Jimmy, we watched your Academy Awards show. Barbara loved every bit of it, but here's what I thought. You were on camera too much. All in all, it was okay. We love you, so don't worry. I think this is one more. Oh, this is the night Manny Pacquiao was on. I showed a picture of Don. He says, Dear Jimmy, what right do you have to hold up my picture without my okay? I'm going to tell all my Filipino friends to attack you at your studio. Your good friend, Don. Your good friend, Don, the guy who knows John Stamos and Bob Saget personally. P.S. Barbara really likes you. So he was a funny guy. I know that's not a news flash, but I was lucky to know him. Our love and condolences to Don's wife, Barbara, his daughter, Mindy, his stepdaughters, Bob and John, his main man, Tony O, Paul Sheffer, and there will never be another Don Rickles. He's probably the greatest talk show guest of all time. We put together a video tribute, and here he is, the one, the only Mr. Warmth, Don Rickles. Our first guest is a legendary performer. He's a best-selling author. He's one of the greatest comedians of all time. Right, Don? Is that all correct?
Don't be a dumbbell.
The funniest man on planet Earth, the Sultan of Insulting, Mr. Warmth, the great Don Rickles. This is the 8th appearance you've made on this show.
I'll drop my pants and fire a rocket.
Rarely does anyone get a standing ovation on this show.
Okay, that's it for me. Tell them how we met.
Well, we were at, we saw you...
Don't text me, though.
All right.
3 of us in the dressing room. Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, and me, you know. I was sitting there, and we're ready to go on for the president, you know. So Frank says, no drinking, guys. Now, you understand it? No drinking. He says, you got it, pal. We're not going to take anything. And Rickles, you know, we're not going to take no drinks. No drinks. We're not going to have anything. And Frank goes out of the room, and Dean opens up his coat, and there's a roll of booze right in the coat. And that night, we made Ronald Reagan know he's alive. Right? Uncle Frank was the security guard, and by the stage door, in those days, you went right out into the casino when you came off with the show. This isn't too fast for you, is it?
No, no.
Oh, okay. You're looking at me like I'm a chemistry set. And he used to stand by the door, you know, every night. And I'd come out and he'd go, stand back, everybody, stand back. Mr. Rickles is coming through. Stand back, stand back. And there was nobody there. I exaggerate life and make fun of ourselves as I make fun of you, you know.
Thank you.
You should be proud, because if I didn't like you, I wouldn't make fun of you. But as I look at you now, you gotta get a nose job.
This is 3D, this Toy Story movie. Is this your first 3D film?
Yeah. I always say to young people, try to be different. If you're different, you have a chance. Like you're different, because nobody knows what the hell you are. There's still a dumbbell like I left you. Shut up, Jimmy. Try not to. Don't be cute.
That was funny, Jimmy.
I was never mean-spirited, thank God. That's why I'm on this show, because I skyrocketed. Anyway, give me a minute, because everything I say, I did in my room, and I laughed my ass off. Anyway. When I come back here with you guys and Frank and your whole family, it really makes a guy feel at home, and you are a
Well, it's always great to have you here. Don Rickles,
You give me a boot, I get a kick out of you.
Don't be a dumbbell. Laugh.
Thank you, Don. We'll be right back with Adam Sandler. Do you love clicking buttons and subscribing to things? Then click the button to subscribe to my channel, and you'll finally be happy.